Students, we all had already discussed about the circulating fluid. We all were talking about the circulation. So we had discussed blood vessels, we had discussed the circulating fluid, and even we started with the circulation. We have dealt with one of the class. So now we are doing the comparative study of hearts. Now why only hearts? Because earlier we had discussed about the all other part of the circulatory system. Now we are here to discuss about the hearts of the various animal. As we all are doing the comparative study, so the second animal of this comparative study is the cockroach. Now, cockroach belongs to which class? Yes, belongs to.
Phylum Arthropoda, class
Arthropoda.
Insecta.
Excellent, excellent. The phylum is Arthropoda and the class is Insecta. So, in general, we all are talking about the class Insecta. Can anyone tell me which type of circulatory system is present in the cockroach? We have discussed when we were talking about the open and closed type of circulatory system. So, which type of circulatory system will be present here? Class Insecta. Recall. You answer even if it is wrong, it's acceptable.
Closed,
Yes,
open,
yes, very good. The circulatory system is the open type. Can anyone tell me what is the open type of circulatory system? Yes, children. What is the open type of circulatory system? Okay, what is the difference between two, close and the open one? That you tell me. What is the difference between the closed and the open circulatory system? When we talk about the closed circulatory system, the blood flows into the closed vessel, as we had earlier discussed about the circulatory system into the earthworm. You will remember that the blood was flowing into the closed blood vessels. So blood was not present here and there into the periphery, but instead of that, other circulating fluid, they were connecting the blood from the vessels to the blood which was present into the interstitial spaces. All right, now today we will be talking about the example of the open circulatory system. So in the open circulatory system, the system is not so sophisticated, means they don't have so many of the equipments. Now here I'm using equipment word intentionally. Actually these are the organs. So so many players, so many things will not be there. Why? Because the system is quite simple type. The organism, uh, till the arthropoda annelida, we all know these are the simple organism, and we have learned that the hierarchy wise the organism complexity increases. So these all are very simple type of organism, so they have a very simple type. So open circulatory system is much more simpler type of the circulatory system as compared to the closed one. So in the open circulatory system, as I had discussed earlier about the closed one, that the blood is flowing into the blood vessel. So here no such blood vessel, so much system, so much complications would be there. Instead the blood will be present into the body cavity. And now see, cavity is called as the coelom. So the blood is present into the body cavity, so it will be called as the hemocoel, the cavity which is filled with the heme, or you can say the blood. Okay, so this hemocoel cavity will have the blood. Now see, this blood will have the tissues embedded in which, or you can say the tissues or whatever organ, whatever simple things are present into the said organism, they will be bathing inside the this blood, or you can say the hemocoel cavity. Now when we talk about the circulation, so how the circulation is present when there is no so much of vessels are present. Now see, nowadays we have the pipeline system for water. Again and again I'm comparing this circulation with your water drainage, because the water also come from the distance to our place, right? So that's why it becomes very easy to compare. So nowadays we have pipelines, we have so much of the system, we have the pump, we have the tank, we have this, we have that. But in the earlier time there was no such thing was there. People used to go to the water body and they used to take the water directly. So here they don't have such system. So what is happening, whatever things required, the circulatory fluid or nutrient and all, they are directly embedded or bathing inside the blood. Understood? So this blood is kept in. Now how this nutrient will flow, suppose here the gut is, so here only nutrient will be there, how this nutrient will flow here to there? So for that purpose there must be some type of the rhythmicity should be there. If the rhythmicity will be there, so the blood will be go here to there and there to here. So for that particular reason there is heart. Okay, so this heart is giving the rhythm. Now when we talk about the heart of the cockroach, so you will observe it is present into the pericardial sinus. You can see it is present into the median line, it is present on the dorsal side. Now see student, I always tell you to remember the terms dorsal, ventral, anterior, posterior. Now we will take a very simple example. I am keeping my hand like this, so the hand's nail part, okay, that is my dorsal side. So when we talk about the cockroach dorsal side, so the side where it is having the exoskeleton, and when we talk about its ventral side, so where it has its legs. Understood? And anterior always mouth side, and posterior is the downwards, जैसे कि हमारे इसमें legs आएगा. Anterior most thing in our body or anterior most part of our body is our head, posterior most is our legs. Understood? So these terms are very very important. Proximal, distal, this has not been used so much, but we have proximal which is very close to our body, distal which is far. Okay, so likewise thing matlab, this small terms you must remember, because this terms will come again and again in zoology. Not only in zoology, whenever you will learn the sciences, whichever science you are learning, botany, zoology or whatever, so these terms will come. Botany में तो इतना नहीं आएगा, but these terms will come again and again. Okay, so now here come back to our point. When we talk about the pericardial sinus, where the heart is situated, it is important, note it down. The heart is situated into the pericardial cavity. I hope you all have noted this thing. The heart is situated into the pericardial cavity, or you can write down the pericardial sinuses, oblique करके you can write the sinuses. Now where this pericardial sinus is located? This pericardial sinus is located dorsally. Okay, first thing it is said dorsally, second thing it is present into the median line. Now when we talk about the shape or the extra thing about this pericardial sinus, so this pericardial sinus is bounded above the body wall. Above side means more its side. So here body wall is present, and below delicate membrane that is called as the diaphragm. Because see, this is a proper sinus where a complete सिस्टम इज बिन सिचुएटेड. तो वो ऐसे ही ओपन नहीं रहेगा बॉडी में, इट मस्ट हैव सम टाइप ऑफ सराउंडिंग. तो अबव साइड जो रहेगा दिस पेरिकार्डियम साइनसेस दैट विल बी प्रॉपरली कवर्ड विद द बॉडी वॉल, एंड बिलो रीजन विल बी कवर्ड बाय द डेलिकेट मेम्ब्रेन, and this delicate membrane is called as diaphragm. Now let us come on the most interest or you can say the point of interest is the heart. So when we talk about the heart, so here the heart is consist of the 13 muscular chamber. Important point. Note it down. Heart consists of a series of 13 muscular chamber. Now when we talk about this 13 chambers, so out of this 13, three chambers are presented into the thoracic region, as you all can see here. Okay, three, and you will observe these three chambers comparatively larger, or you can say bigger than the rest all. So three thoracic chamber are there, and 10 chambers are present into the abdomen. When we talk about the posterior end of the heart, so this posterior end is the closed one. And when we talk about the anterior end, so anterior end is continued. Now this is the anterior end, but it is extended by the aorta. This is the aorta. Now aorta, last lecture I told you the meaning of the aorta. Can anyone tell me? Yes. What do you mean by the aorta? Aorta is one of the most important vessel. Those who were not there in the last lecture will note it down. Aorta is one of the most important blood vessels which is responsible for the distribution of the blood from the heart. All right, so now here what we have learned about the heart, that heart consists of the series of 13 muscular chamber, out of which 3 are present into the thoracic region and 10 are present into the abdominal region. Now when we talk about the posterior end of the heart, it is closed. When we talk about the anterior end, so anterior end is extended, or you can say it forms the aorta. Now when we talk about the internal chamber, so each chamber opens into the one present in the front of it. ऐसा लग रहा है ना, ऐसी कुछ type of opening है. When we will see the next diagram, that will be more and more clear to you. Now when we talk about the anterior end of the chamber, that is there are present of the valve. Can anyone tell me the function of the valve? Last lecture and previous lecture also we have discussed about it. What is the most important function of the valve?
To prevent backward flow of blood.
Excellent. Most important function of the valve is to ensure the back to prevent the backflow of the blood. So now here, now we all can see that each chambers are connected with other chamber. It is just like the beads connected on a string, right? So this chamber will have the valve to the anterior end. So it means here or here. Now I will give this number 1 and this as a 2. So now I am concerned with the chamber number 2. Now my statement is that each valve is present at the anterior side of the chamber. So where will be present, to the position 1 or 2? Are you following my question? My question is, valve is present to the anterior side of the chamber. Now you must know what is the anterior side. It is at the position 1 or 2. Just now I told you anterior side is always towards the head. So if the wall is present to the anterior side, that means the walls are present to the position 1, or you can say at this side. Now why? That will, when we learn the mechanism of the heart or mechanism of circulation, that time you will understand that the blood is entering inside the circulation from the posterior end. In the last example of the earthworm also, we all have learned that the blood is entering from the posterior side of the body. Yes, you all remember. So here also the blood is coming from the posterior side, so there is a need to prevent it from the backflow. Understood? So this valve, it ensures the forward movement of the blood. Now when we talk about the chamber of the heart, except the last one have the pair of opening. Okay, you can see the pair of opening one opening is here, one opening is here. Now this is this color is not that suitable. Okay, every side there is a pair of opening, one here, one here, one here, one here. So this pair of opening is called as the ostia. Okay, ostia. Now this uh, again point to be remember here that every chamber except the last. Okay, I repeat, every chamber except the last. Why? Because the last chamber is the closed one, right? So every chamber has a pair of opening that is called as the ostia. Now this is present at the posterior end. So again we will go to the chamber number 2. This is 1 and this is 2. So where this uh, opening will be present, it will be present at the position 2. So position 1 is the anterior position, position 2 is the posterior position. So here the valve will be present and here the ostia will be present. So we need to remember ostia are present at the posterior side or posterior end of the chamber, and the valve are present to the anterior. The important function of the valve is to prevent the backflow. Is that clear? Now this opening, they will also again have the valve. Now what is the function of that valve? To that valve open inward. Now see, this opening or this ostia are present to admit the blood from the pericardial sinus. Whatever the, now see here, the sinus is present or cavity is present when the hemolymph is freely moving. So here blood will come from here. Okay, so this blood is entering in, the blood should not go out. So to ensure that, where from where the blood is entering in, blood is entering inside from the ostia or the opening. So this ostia, they are, now I told you, wherever there is a threat of the backflow of the blood, that particular side is guarded by the wall. So this ostia will have the inward wall, and this inward wall will ensure that the blood should not go back to the pericardial sinuses. Understood? Now when we talk about the we all know this particular organism is segmented. So in each segment there is a pericardial septum. Now this particular thing, they are having the triangular alary muscles. Now you can see this alary muscles, this have a very important role, although this is not the part of the, these are the alary muscles, each segment. Okay, each segment there is the alary muscles. So these muscles present on the either side, you can see here also and there also, they have a very very important role, and you can say they are only the one which checks the functioning of the heart. How it happens, when we will be discussing about the mechanism, that time you all will be understanding. Now see, this particular septum or these particular alary muscles, they are attached by the targa, which is present to the targum. Targum is the लेटरल साइट ऑफ द कॉकरोच. ओके, सो यहाँ पर जो भी सेगमेंटेशन होता है ना, सो दिस इज समवॉट लाइक दिस. सो यहाँ से जो है ये ऐसे इसमें से निकलते हैं एंड दे ऑल आर अटैच लाइक दिस. Okay, so this particular this is all about the anatomy of the heart of the cockroach. We all have learned that the heart of cockroach is made up of the 13 muscular chamber, and it is having the opening at the anterior side, and the opening, or you can say the extension, is made by the anterior aorta, and the posterior end is the closed one. Then after that, each and every chamber except the posterior end or the last chamber having the opening, and this opening is called as the ostia, which admits the blood inside the pericardial, or you can say inside the heart from the pericardial sinuses. And these ostia are prevented by the your, you can say, the walls, and when the blood enters in, it is sent to the forward direction. Now how it goes, what is the mechanism of action, we'll discuss. Now when we talk about the now I told you this LRE muscles, they have a very very important role, right? So this LRE muscles, they, now I will again take the red pointer. Now, when this LRE muscle, they contract and relax, so this brings the rhythmicity. And now, see, heart itself do not have any contraction, and you can say the relaxation as we all have. Now, when we talk about the human heart, so in the case of the human heart, we all know that we have the SA node, and this SA node is responsible. We all are going to learn in detail about human heart also, but for time being I am just comparing that this human heart is having a special organ, or you can say the special device which is enabling the rhythmicity. But now this, in the case of the cockroach, when we talk how this rhythmicity is bring up, so this LRE muscles is helping. So this contraction and relaxation will help the blood to flow into the pericardial sinuses and the heart. Now see what happens when this LRE muscle contract. This is important, student, you all are supposed to note it down. When the LRE muscle contract, that particular time this pericardial septum, it gets pulled. Now when it will pull, what will happen? Automatically the space inside the heart will increase, right? So automatically the blood will enter inside the sinus. Now blood will enter from the ostium, we all have learned. Now after that, what is going to be happen, the this particular heart, or you can say the chamber, will be completely filled. So after filling, it is going to be relaxed. So because of this, there will be a pressure on the anterior valve. Understood? Now this pressure will open the valve, and after that the blood will be taken to the pericardial sinus into the chamber of the heart, and from there it will go to the one side to the second side. Student, this heart is neurogenic, and this rhythmic contraction, all this initiated by the neural ganglion, which are very much in close to the heart. Okay, so there is one neural ganglion which is having now see, in case of the cockroach, when we all will learn about the nervous system of the cockroach, that time you all will see they don't have such brain and all, they have the ganglion. So these ganglion are the neuronal masses which have the control, or you can say the junction. So they have many brains. So there are many there is one of the ganglion which is very much present in close contact with the heart. So this particular ganglion, or you can say the neuronal mass, they are controlling the rhythmicity of the LRE muscles. So we all know, if until and unless there is no contraction into the LRE muscle, there is no chance of the rhythmicity. So all this rhythmicity is controlled by the neuronal response. That's why the heart is called as the neurogenic. This is important for the MCQ point of view, that the heart of cockroach is dash. So it is neurogenic. Now how this contraction begins, so this contraction or this rhythmicity, it starts from the posterior chamber. Okay, earlier also in previous example we all have seen that usually the blood collection starts from the posterior end. So what will happen, first this particular chamber will contract, and after that this will give the rhythmicities. This contraction will give the rhythmicity to this side, this will give to this side, this will give to this side. That is called as the succession. So this rhythmicity passes in regular succession till the anterior side, and this will help to drive a force and take the blood into the forward direction. So there is a single artery that leads from the heart to the head, where it divides into the branch and it opens into the sinuses, the valves at the ostia, and between the chamber of the heart they prevent and they make sure that there is the only one direction, that is the forward direction of the blood, and from the head to the blood it makes way to the all part of the body to return, and finally to the posterior end. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, there is no such blood vessel. So see here, into the anterior end the blood will be first given to the brain, and from there the sinuses will come. Okay, there is no blood vessel. Sinus means the cavity, the opening. So or you can say in our simple language, it is just the coelom. So from that side the blood will go to the sinuses, and from the sinuses it will ensure that the blood will reach to each and every part of the body. So what we will have learned, that the blood or this rhythmicity, it started from the posterior end, and in a succession manner it goes, matlab first it comes to the 13 number chamber, then it will go to the 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So in a succession manner, when this rhythmicity is happening, now see, we all have already learned that when the contraction of the L. muscle is happening, what it does, it opens the pericardial sinus, or you can say it broadens that particular chamber. Because of that, the ostria, or you can say the opening, they get extended and their walls open, so blood enters inside. Are you following? So suppose if the ostia between the 12 and 13, they are receiving the blood, so after that what will happen, they will get relaxed, and their valve which is present in between these two chambers, that is going to open. And as soon as this valve is opening, so what will happen, this blood will move forward, and now this will contract again, and this valve will close again, this will relax. So this way, in the succession manner, the blood will go from 13 to the 1, and when it is coming into the anterior aorta, from the anterior aorta it will go to the all parts of the body. So this is all about the open circulatory system or circulation in the cockroach. Any doubt you all have? Yes, yes or no? If you don't have any doubt, we can stop for now.
Ma'am.
Yes.
No, ma'am.